stolen vehicles racing around the estates up there, and also the fire brigade. When there's an incident there, the fire engines turn up, they sit at the bottom of the road, at Commissary Road. They won't go up Fern Hill Lane until either the police turn up or the chief fire officer turns up. Why? Is it because the locals go shopping in the back of the fire engines, or is it something else?
I'll take a few points and I'll pass on, I suppose. So, firstly, obviously the lane is Harlow, but the Fern Hill site belongs to Essex County Council, and they manage and are the landlord for that particular site. There's been a number of issues over a long period of time. There's been lots of police enforcement on there, and we're well aware of the issues and criminality that comes off some people on that site. So I chair a multi-agency meeting every 6 weeks around the site where we share intelligence with Fire Service, Essex County Council, Harlow and Epping Forest, obviously the back borders on to their land. We're looking and we are pushing ECC for a long-term solution into the site, whether that be investment and proper investment into the site around security, CCTV, to be good landowners, or an alternative around what may or may not happen with that particular site. The fly tipping is horrendous up there. ECC spent a lot of money at Christmas clearing the site. I need to see it tipped again very, very quickly. In terms of pitch provision at that site at the moment, it's at 50% capacity. There are a number of pitches that are unusable up there. There's obviously a large police footprint locally around that particular site, but at the moment all I can say is we're speaking to ECC. I know Harlow are involved in some of those conversations, but they're not the landowners. ECC are, around what they want to do with that site in the long term, because it's been an issue in the town for a long time. Obviously a certain pitch provision has to be made locally in terms of pitches. We've obviously got the Elizabeth Way site up at the top of the town, which is not without issues, but is kept very clean and tidy if you've ever been up there. So I think in summary, I'm pushing ECC for a long-term decision around that particular issue, and I'm waiting for a response. I won't cover the fire aspects, but then I understand people's frustrations with that site. It's unsightly. The tipping is on a large scale, and I want a long-term resolution to that site. And that doesn't mean it's going to disappear and we're going to get closure. But if we're going to keep it, it needs proper investment again from ECC around provision of CCTV, security, and investment in decent facilities up there.
Can I ask a question? How long have you been in the town, in Harlow?
18 months.
That covers it. Because I've been in Harlow for over 60 years. I was in Essex Police for 25 years, in Harlow all of that time, or most of that time. And I've been up the Travellers' site many times, and I've seen all the money that the council has spent, which is a lot of money over the years. It's been absolutely spotless. In a couple of months or so, it's wrecked. And then we spend more money on it again.
I won't speak for ECC because they're not here, but I think I'd share their views that they view that they've spent an awful lot of money on that site, and they don't wish to burden the public purse too much more with additional money. But they need to make a decision over the provision of that site and what they want to do.
But how long does this go on for?
So let me come in here. Can I first of all say Paul's impact in his leadership role has been dramatic in a very positive way. So all credit to Paul and what he's been doing on a range of operations. And I think he's leading a very effective team here. And that's displayed in the multi-agency working. Now, of course, the council's position on Fern Hill is very clear. It's always supported a multi-agency approach because of the complexity of that site, which Paul's rightly outlined. What I would say to you is the council's firm position on this is that any solution has to be in the best interests of the Harlow residents that border that site, and it's been very firm with colleagues at Essex, Epping and with other colleagues in different agencies around how you take that forward. But I have to say to you, given your own experience, it's not going to be a quick fix solution, and it will take time. And I'm not going to sit in a meeting here and give you false promises. That's not what people want from people in authority positions. You'll know the historical problems on that site, and so I think you need to place trust in the fact that we know the issues. There is a multi-agency approach that's going to be making a decision on the future of the Fernhill site should be in the very near future. But the principles of Harlow Council's negotiating position in those discussions is that it has to be in the best interests of those Harlow residents that border that site. And we can't say any more than that because there is no firm decision yet on how we take that forward.